Hi folks, how's it going? We're going to talk about some natural plant dyes. Right now we're cooking some black walnuts to make kind of a brown color. It can be anywhere from a light tan to a dark black depending on what you cook it in. We are cooking in a cast iron pot, so it's very possible they could turn out to kind of darker brown or a black color. Black walnuts is something that's very commonly used, especially in the 1700s, 1800s. By the mid-1800s, they are making synthetic dyes. Now, they're still kind of expensive. This is relatively cheap. It's not that difficult to make. So you do see some lower income families still utilizing plant dyes, vegetable dyes, natural dyes. The black walnut also has a natural mordant in it, and a mordant is something that helps adhere the dye to the fabric. What is commonly used for other mordants is salt. You may also have urine is utilized. We're not using urine today because this has that natural chemical as a mordant. Black walnut dye also has a natural iodine in it, so it's good for medical practices, and it has also been utilized for ink as well. Hopefully we're going to dye a couple of socks here, and it may turn out to a brown or a black color, so we'll kind of see how that turns out. Pull the pot off of the fire. It's been on there for about an hour, and we've let it cool off for about 15-20 minutes. So we'll go ahead and put these socks in there and see what color it turns out. So it's definitely a dark brown right now, but it could change to a lighter color once we let it soak and rinse it off and then dry out. But yeah, immediately goes to a, and these are going to be a cotton wool blend socks, natural fibers, so perfect for using this type of dye. Okay, so we have the socks out of the bath. They soaked in there for about 30 minutes. I put on some gloves because this stuff does stain your skin. And now it's time to rinse it. And since we're right here at Richland Creek, I figured it'd be a good idea to rinse it off here. And it looks really dark right now. Once we rinse it off, it could be a lighter color, especially after it dries for a bit. But we'll go ahead and head down here and rinse it out. But always be careful when you're doing it because they could still be really hot. Rinse them off, squeeze them out really well. You can kind of see they're lightening up a little bit, but they've got a good chocolate brown color to them. That's pretty cool. Now this is very much something that the Hardings, when they first came here in 1807, even the enslaved people they brought with them, this is something that they could have been doing as far as making clothing, fabrics, for themselves to sell. And this type of dyeing can be traced back thousands of years, and even in some cases, in some areas, still being utilized until the 20th century. But now you kind of see they're getting lighter color, which is pretty cool.